Hi everyone, welcome to North and South Homestead. Today is another day of work on the farm. Yesterday I came down and I painted the gate red. It looks much better now. And Mark just weed-eated alongside of the electric fence. So he's got that done. And weed-eated around the orchard so that it's not grounding out with the grass. And now we are going to be redoing a fence up at the hill garden because the calves have made a mess out of it and keep getting out every time we put them up there. That's why they are having to be contained down here. And so we need to get that fixed so that we can move them onto more grass. They've got this ate down pretty well here. So let's do it. Harvested the watermelons. So here they are in my cart. There's some more up there. They're just not ready yet. This is all that I picked today, though. Letting Little use the blower, cleaning off the sidewalk. He thinks he's big stuff now. We're out in the field by the hilltop garden, and we are having to redo things yet again. Seems like the theme of this year, redoing things. So we put this fence in for the goats to keep them in. And then we got baby calves and we wanted to put them in here, which was fine at first. But then they started getting a little bit bigger and they love this kudzu growing everywhere. So they started leaning over the fence, busting the fence down to get to the kudzu. And so then I had to string electric wire across the top, which still did not work. So they were getting out, they were going every which way, and I had to move them back down to the barn so that we could get this fixed. So what happens is we were coming up here to just run electric wire, several rolls of it, to keep the cows from bending the fence. And for whatever reason, when we put the fence up, we put the notches on the poles facing out, which means you could not put the yellow connectors for the electric fence on it. And so they all had to be taken down. So North, he came out and took all the connectors off that I had on there. He undone the fence with the clips and pushed it to where it wasn't against the poles. He pulled the poles out and turned them all around the right way. So what we're doing today is pounding the posts back in. Then we have to put the yellow electric clips on it. Then we have to put the goat fence back on. And then we have to string the electric wire so that the calves can come back in this area and let the grass down at the barn recoup some. So that's what we're doing today, redoing. So let's do it. Mark's already over halfway done with the posts already. He's probably wore out, so I need to get busy helping. Dreaded kudzu, but the goats and the cows do actually love it. But it's taking over everything, and we really need to get more fencing done so that the animals can keep tackling it and finally get rid of it. They say it takes 3 years with goats on it to chew it down and actually kill it off. So we will see. And right up there is our pond. And as you can see, when the kudzu starts growing, we can no longer get up there if we don't keep a path going, keep a path cut to it. So we haven't been able to get up there since early spring. And I would really like to run T-posts up through there and connect it to this fence so that the animals can keep that cleared off for us. But we do everything on a tight budget, so we have to pick and choose every payday on what we can do and what we can't. And so, you know, can't get T-post yet to do that. But one of these days, maybe by next year, we'll have that part done. We're trying to get as many different paddocks done as we can so that we can rotational graze all of the animals. There's North pounding posts. And he is probably very wore out, so I'm going to let his arms rest a few minutes while I pound some. Posts are pounded in, and now we're going to take us a little quick break because again today it's 1,002 degrees out. And we are just sweating all over and out of breath out here working in this heat. So we're just big weenies, aren't we? So we're gonna go take a little break and then come back out and start working on the fence again. It's time to put the clips on. So this year, I wasn't actually going to grow a big garden. The plan was that I was just going to grow some tomatoes and some cucumbers just to have, and some lettuce just to have salads and fresh tomatoes and cucumbers to eat. The reason I wasn't going to grow a garden this year was because, other than tomatoes, lettuce, and cucumbers, was because we wanted to focus on getting a lot of projects done this year on the homestead and getting systems working a little better and everything. And so when I ended up doing the garden, then it's really taken a lot of time away from being able to get projects done. Mark has had to work a lot of hours this year and a lot of days. He doesn't get a whole lot of days off, which means more projects aren't getting done. And so it's really been a battle this year, and the things that we have done, we seem to be having to redo. It just seems like we're not really getting anywhere. However, we are, you know, everything you do gets you a little bit closer to being done. But it's a little frustrating when you have to keep going back and redoing things when you didn't expect to have to do that. There's always some kind of project that needs to be done. So it's not like it's, you know, shocking or anything to us. We knew that, you know, it was going to be a year of getting some systems in place and things done, which again is why I really didn't plan on growing a big garden this year. And I think I just kind of panicked a little bit with the virus going around and decided that I needed to grow more than I had planned on this year. But it's all good and it'll all work out. Ugh, just got my foot wet.
Snake.
What?
A snake.
What kind?
Hopefully dead.
Snake.
It's only about this big.
Whew.
It's brown.
A snake over there, so now North gets to put those connectors on going that way, because I am not getting over there now. Going back in, he must have came out for something.
He ran over to me when I was over there looking for the hammer. He goes, Dad. And I said, what? He goes, how do you spell Scoob?
Scoob. He wanted to watch that Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah. I told him how to spell it, and then he said, okay, thanks. I said, spell it back to me. S-C-O-B-B. I said, S-C-O-O-B. Okay, thank you. And then probably come look up S-C-O-B-B.
Not much farther to go. We're getting there. I'm using this little mallet here to clamp down the connectors. And the reason is that I cut my fingers up on some hardware cloth a few days back, and they're still very sore. And usually I just take my hand and smack it to get the connectors on. But my hand is sore. So Mark brought me the little mallet to help me out a little bit. I'm kind of going back and forth on it. Sometimes I use the mallet, and sometimes I just use my hand. But if you got sore hands and you put a lot of these connectors on before, you know your hands will be a little sore afterwards. So if you have a little rubber mallet, it'll help you. Looks like we're going to run out of connectors before we get it done. Maybe not.
We're going to run out of blood before we get it done.
Mosquitoes. Here, there's 2 left in my bag. I'll go get us more because we do have to go around the garden here. Mosquitoes eating you alive?
Down the court.
Down a court. Alright, I think we're going to run out of connectors. Going to have to go down to the barn and get more. This is the last bag in there, and there's only, I think, 25 in a bag.
Yeah.
Well, we're inside now because we ran out of connectors and it was getting late, so we'll have to finish it tomorrow.
If tomorrow ever comes.
If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And God bless you.
God bless you.